The eighth and final practice of the KCS methodology is leadership and communication. It is part of the Evolve Loop and consists of 6 techniques: alignment to a compelling purpose, create a strategic framework, promote teamwork, tap into internal motivators, reward and recognition programs, and communication is the key. The adoption of KCS is transformational and requires strong leadership. Understanding and communicating the relevance of KCS to the organisation and explaining how KCS contributes to the organisational goals is critical. To do this, we start with an organisational vision, a compelling purpose that people can relate to. Next, we create a strategic framework that links the benefits of KCS to the higher level goals of the organisation, which in turn support the compelling purpose. With the vision and framework in mind, the leader helps his team focus on what people need to accomplish, the right objectives in the goals, and supports them in figuring out the how. The support analysts should own the content standard and the workflow, while leadership focuses on the strategic framework, communications to promote understanding and buy-in, and the performance assessment model. The next level of detail involves developing and articulating the WIFM, in other words, what's in it for me, for each of the stakeholders. One of the most compelling things about the KCS methodology is that it's wholly beneficial. With proper adoption, KCS benefits all stakeholders. No one is compromised. Thinking through the WIFM and likely objections is an important part of leadership readiness. Another element of the leadership model is the rewards and recognition program. Most leadership teams need to rework their programs to align with the knowledge sharing, collaboration and collective ownership themes of KCS. However, having all the elements of the leadership model described above is of little value in the absence of an effective communications plan. We have asked leaders whose organisations have adopted KCS, what in hindsight would you have done differently? Most say they would have communicated more about why they are doing KCS. Effective leaders create a healthy culture that encourages participation, individual commitment and accountability. People need to understand their role in the context of the bigger picture in order to contribute fully. Through a well thought out communications plan, clear role definitions, and a performance assessment model that rewards the creation of value, results in knowledge-centred organisations realising increased levels of capacity, capability and loyalty. In this section, we describe techniques to help leaders define organisational metrics and goals for the desired outcomes, capitalise on the inherent motivational factors in KCS, nurture people in the collaborative environment, gain buy-in and support for the KCS initiative, and communicate, communicate, communicate. A special note should be made here in discussing leadership. We talk a great deal about metrics. It can be easy to spend more time with spreadsheets than with people. Leaders need to define and understand these metrics, but their primary focus should be on creating an environment for success for employees. Knowledge management is primarily about people.